Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with a 7 p.m. advisory update from the National Hurricane Center indicating that the weakening of Hurricane Delta has accelerated now that the center has moved over land. Maximum sustained winds have declined to 90 miles per hour as the storm is moving still towards the northeast at around 14. Again, the latest forecast from the Hurricane Center really is very similar to what we've been talking about for the past day or so, as we expect the storm to move across central Louisiana tonight into northeast Louisiana, east of Monroe by sunrise tomorrow, and then it'll quickly move into Mississippi during the day tomorrow, as it should be close to I-20 by about sunrise tomorrow. With this path, it looks like the main impacts from Delta will be confined to the south and eastern edges of the Arklatex. Let's give you a look first of all at pinpoint Doppler here. I want to make a couple of points with the radar. As you can see that the heaviest rain right now is falling over especially the southern edge of the Arklatex, and you can see these areas of red here at this particular time. In these areas, the radar indicating that we could be looking at rainfall rates in excess of an inch. In fact, in some areas, we could be looking at rainfall rates that approach 2 inches, as you can see here. A good inch and an inch and a half per hour is the rate at which rain is falling. If it were to last an hour, you would get that additional rainfall in that time frame. And now obviously it won't be raining at that rate the whole time, but again, the heavy rain is moving into especially southern Sabine and Natchitoches parishes at the present time. So far, just to look at the radar's estimation of rainfall, you can see that we are looking at totals that are already between 2.5, 3 inches over this part of the Arklatex. Again, the southern edge of the area, the amounts further to the north are much, much lighter. As we zoom out, you can see hardly anything as far as rainfall in Shreveport, as we're really on the back edge of the rain shield at the present time. In fact, go back to the radar and you can see just a little bit of light rain across the southeast half of the city. The rest of the northwestern sections of the Arklatex actually very well could stay dry here for the nighttime hours tonight, as the main focus for the flooding concern will especially be confined to maybe southeastern Bienville Parish, extending into parts of Sabine, perhaps Sabine County in Texas. This particular part of the Arklatex, our viewing area, is the part that we're concerned about most in terms of the rainfall. Let's talk about wind, and we have seen some gusts already that have approached 40 miles per hour. You can see in Sabine Parish, gusts there near Manny at 39. 31 mile per hour gust recently in Natchitoches, and you can see the gusts much lower further away from the center of the projected path so far. These numbers will go up. In fact, give you a look at one model's depiction of possible gusts here. This goes from 6 p.m. this evening moving forward. You can see basically from 8 p.m. to a little after midnight, we will see the worst of the winds move through, especially Sabine and Natchitoches parishes. You can see this model shows by 6 p.m. the center, very close to the Hurricane Center forecast east of Monroe, and by that time the winds will begin to subside. Again, we're talking gusts here, not sustained winds, which obviously there is a big difference. We do have a tropical storm warning still in effect for the southern edge of the area, where we will see these sustained winds of 40 miles per hour possible over parts of Sabine and Natchitoches parishes. As far as what happens from here on out, let's take Futurecast here out through the day tonight and tomorrow, and you can see the heaviest rain will occur tonight east and southeast of Shreveport for the most part. Notice by morning, the latest run of Futurecast is showing really the eastern edge of the area will be left with the showers. We will see the clouds begin to decrease across especially the western half of the Arklatex during the afternoon. So much of the area begins with clouds. Expect more sunshine as we go into the afternoon for tomorrow. And as far as additional rain, again, what you're looking at does not take into account what has already fallen. So we already have 2 to 3 inches in Sabine and Natchitoches parishes. You can see this model is showing that we could see another 3, 4, 5 inches of additional rainfall, hence the potential for some flash flooding in those areas. It does look like the latest run of this model now showing that we could see over an inch in Shreveport, but just looking at the radar, previous runs of this model have showed less than an inch. So we're going to be on the edge here as far as Shreveport. It's quite possible we get a half an inch to an inch. It's also possible we get 1 to 2 inches, as we're kind of on the edge where it makes it a little bit more difficult to pinpoint exactly how much rain we will get. But you can clearly see the main threat for the heavy rain will be confined to the southern sections of the area. And a quick look at your 7-day forecast shows that once Delta departs, we will see that sunshine Sunday and Monday. Temperatures up into the upper 80s to low 90s to close the weekend and begin next week. A front moves through Monday night that will cool us off, and a second surge of cooler air cools us off even more to end next week. And really nothing more as far as rainfall once the rains from Delta leave the Arklatex. So again, the worst of Delta is about to begin here in the next couple of hours over mainly the southeastern sections of the area in terms of wind. We've already received 2 to 3 inches of rain over parts of Sabine and Natchitoches parishes, with several more inches of rain possible. Flash flood watch is in effect for those areas, and as we go through the evening, the threat for flash flooding will be on the increase.